Creating Accessible PDF Documents, Chapter 6, Tables. This training video is produced by the Accessibility and Policy Unit of the California Department of Social Services. This criterion is based on WCAG 1.3.1. The intent of this success criterion is to help users understand and identify the tabular relationships within a table. In a PDF document, table row and column headers must be identified, and ideally the table structure will be simple in nature. This training will discuss appropriate table structure, identifying the header row and header column, and ensuring a simple table construction. For ease of accessibility, it's recommended that all tables be simple in nature. A simple table has only one header row and one header column. Simple tables do not have merged or split cells. While most tables have both row and column headers, some do not. If a table does not have a header column, it's not appropriate to assign the header column programmatically to the table editor. If a table does not have a header row, it is not appropriate to assign the header row cells programmatically through the table editor. Now let's look at a table in PDF with the correctly tagged structure. A table is comprised of three main table tags. The first tag is the table tag. The entire table will select when the table tag is selected. One level inside the table tag is a TR tag, table row. There will be a TR tag for every row of the table. When a TR tag is selected, the entire row of the table will be selected. In this case, the table has 13 rows, therefore it will have 13 TR tags nested inside of the table tag. Now let's open up a few TR tags. We will look at the first TR tag. The first TR tag will normally look different than the subsequent TR tags. As you can see, inside the first TR tag in this example, there are 5 TH or table header tags. These tags correspond to the 5 columns of the table. Let's look at the second TR tag. In most tables, the first column is the header column. Therefore, nested inside the TR, you will have one TH, table header tag, correlating to the first column in the row. And the remaining tags will be TD, table data tags. All subsequent rows should look the same as the second TR. Now that we have seen the proper table tag structure, we need to learn how to assign table headers. Remember, the table headers are normally the first row and the first column of a table. This table has no table headers, TH tags, assigned. With Adobe Pro 17 and later, you can right-click on the table tag and choose Table Editor. If you have an older version of Adobe Acrobat Pro, you will need to access the Table Editor through the Reading Order tool. Click on the table to activate the Table Editor in the Reading Order tool. Once you select the Table Editor, the table will turn pink with red grid lines. Select the top row by clicking and dragging to create a rectangle inside the top row. Do not click outside of the table. The selected cells will become outlined in blue. Right-click inside the table and choose Table Cell Properties. In the Table Cell Properties window, select Header Cell. Select OK. The top row should now be pink. Repeat with the header and column if needed. Remember, some tables may only have a header row. Select the column. Right-click, select Table Cell Properties. Choose Type, Header Cell. Select OK. Once both the header row and header column are assigned, your table will look like this. Now let's look at the tag tree. The first row, TR tag, is now comprised of all TH tags. The second TR tag has one nested TH tag and 4 nested TD tags. Sometimes tables may appear to be tagged correctly, but still need additional remediation. One example is when a table spans across pages. This often causes an issue in the tag tree. Luckily for us, it's an easy fix. As you can see, the table split across pages and now has 2 table tags. This causes navigation and comprehension issue for users of assistive technologies. Let's open a few of the tags in these two tables. Before we continue, I want to point out two tags you may not have seen before, T-head and T-body. These tags represent the table header row and the table body rows. They are only present in PDF documents created from a newer version of Microsoft Word. In actuality, they do not have much of a purpose. Just open them and continue working with your table as usual. To combine our two tables into one, we're going to focus first on the second table. Click on the first TR tag in the second table. Hold Shift and click on the last TR tag in the second table to select all of the TR tags. Right-click and select Cut. Now click on the last TR tag in the first table, right-click and choose Paste. Now all the TR tags will be in the first table tag. Delete the second, now empty table tag. Complex tables are not advised due to the additional remediation that's required. In a PDF, a complex table can be made accessible, but it's important to note that complex tables cannot be made accessible in Word or Excel. Due to the fact that we are currently remediating many older documents with complex tables, we will now discuss how to make them accessible. However, for ease of document creation, we advise that all new documents focus on creating simple tables. To understand how to remediate a complex table, you must first understand scope and span. Let's start with scope. Is the header identifying a row or column? Next, span. How many rows and/or columns does a header cell encompass? To begin remediating, first open the table editor. Start in the upper left corner of the table. Right-click to select Table Cell Properties. Select the type, scope, and span. Choose type, header cell. For the corner cell, the scope is both. This corner cell, the row span is 2 and the column span is 1. The cell encompasses 2 rows, but only 1 column. Select OK. Let's move on to the 3 merged cells at the top of the table. Since all 3 cells have the same attributes, we can set the properties for all 3 at one time. Select Type, Header Cell. The header row identifies information in a column, therefore the scope is column. Next, set the span. For these 3 cells, the row span is 1 and the column span is 2. Each cell encompasses 1 row and 2 columns. Select OK. Now we will set the properties of the second header row in the same way we set the other headers. Type, header cell. Scope, column. Row span 1, column span 1. These are not merged cells. Select OK. Finally, we need to set the scope and span of the header column. Type, header cell. Scope, row. Remember, the information in the header column is identifying the data in a row. These cells are not merged, so the row and column span are both 1. Select OK. While changing the scope and span of a complex table, a warning message may pop up. Select Yes to proceed. If you're having difficulties with setting the scope and span, look inside your tag tree and delete any empty TD or TH tags. Always start with the merged cells when identifying the scope and span, then move on to the unmerged header cells. If you follow all the steps in this training, you should not get any table errors in the accessibility checker. However, there may be instances you get a regularity issue. This means there are not an equal number of cells, either TD or TH, in each row. To fix this issue, you either need to ensure you set the scope and span on a complex table, or you may need to insert a placeholder tag to ensure an equal number of cells in each row. In this example, total is visually merged, but not programmatically merged. Therefore, there's one less cell in this row than the other rows. To fix the issue, we added a blank TD cell to the proper place in the tag tree. Assigning appropriate table headers ensures that headers to that cell correlate directly to the data. If the headers are assigned, the user can easily hear the headers to a particular cell without having to navigate to the top of the table. Additionally, assistive technology users can navigate from table to table within a document, which is why it is necessary to ensure one table tag for any tables that expand over or more than one page. For more information about this topic or any of the topics in our series, contact the Accessibility and Policy Unit at accessibilitypolicyunit@dss.ca.gov.